Hi, it's Marcia. I'm back again. Today, the objective of this lesson is to find another strategy for solving word problems. You remember the other day we talked about using a bar model. Today, we're going to use a graph to solve a word problem. Here's the problem. Mandy is 12 years old and Natcha is 15 years older. In how many years will Natcha be twice as old as Mandy? Okay, always, the first question we want to ask is, what do I know? Well, let's see. We know that Mandy is 12 because it tells us right here in the first line. Mandy is 12 years old. It also tells us that Natcha is 15 years older. So there's Natcha, 15 years older. What do you think we need to do to figure out how old Natcha is? Because we can't figure out when Natcha is going to be twice as old as Mandy unless we know how old she is right now. So we know that Mandy's 12, Natcha's 15 years older. So we just need to add 15 plus 12 and we get, I hope, 27. Okay, so Natcha is now 27. Next thing we're going to do is make an organized graph. And it's going to help us to solve the problem. And notice that this word organized is highlighted. It has to be organized or it's going to just make a mess for us. So here's Mandy's age. She's 12 now. Natcha is 27 right now. Is Natcha's age twice as much as Mandy's? Answer is no. Next year, Mandy will be 13. Natcha will be 28. Is that twice as much? No. The year after that, Mandy will be 14. Natcha will be 29. Is it twice as much? When Mandy is 15, Natcha will be 30, and that is twice as much. So it's going to take 1, 2, 3 more years for Natcha to be twice Mandy's age. Okay, on page 107 in your book, there are 9 problems. And in these problems, you can solve them either by using a bar model, like the one we used the other day, or you can use a graph, like the one that we just did. You need to figure out which one of those strategies is a better way to solve the problem. Let's do the first one together. Mr. Atkins pays $1,800 for a new refrigerator, washer, and dryer. The refrigerator costs $250 more than the washer. The dryer costs half as much as the washer. How much does the washer cost? Whew, a lot of information as usual. What's the first question that we always should ask? What do you know? Okay, so what do you know? We know that the total cost of the refrigerator, washer, and dryer equals $1,800. It told us in the very first sentence. So let's write that down. The next thing we know is that, the refrigerator equals the cost of the washer plus another $250. It tells us right here the refrigerator costs $250 more than the washer. So the washer plus $250 equals what the refrigerator costs. The next piece of information is that the dryer costs half as much as the washer. So the dryer equals the cost of the washer minus half. Okay, so we have this information. What do you think it makes more sense to use, a bar model or a graph? I sure hope you said bar model. Okay, so let's make our bar model. Here's the cost of the washer. Remember, the refrigerator is the same as the washer except for it's $250 more. So we have 2 equal bars, $250 more. And the dryer was the same as the washer except for half of the cost. So this unit looks like this. It looks like half of the size of the washer. If we take, whoops, what happened there? Oh, goodness. Hold on, everybody. Oh, what did I do? Oh, there we go. If we take this $250 off, we're going to have 5 boxes that are the same. And that's going to help us to solve this problem. So let's take the $250 off for right now. We're going to have to add it in later, but for right now, let's subtract this 250 and just concentrate on these 5 boxes. But remember, if we take $250 off of this side of the equation, we have to take $250 off of the total as well. So let's do that. So we have 1,800 minus 250. Get a piece of paper and do that problem right now. Put this on pause until you've got the answer. I'm waiting. And I hope the answer was $1,550. $1,550. So let's just take a look. We have these 5 boxes that are equal, and we're looking at they are equal to $1,550. So how many units do I have? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. What do I do next? Remember, the cost of the refrigerator, washer, and dryer is $1,550. So what should I do? Add, subtract, multiply, or divide? I know $1,550 is the total cost, and I have 5 units. I hope you said, I am going to divide 1,550 by the 5 units. Pause the video and solve the problem. Okay, so you figured out that 1,550 divided by 5 is 310. So let's put $310 above each one of those boxes or units, and that gives us the price of each one. And why don't you go ahead and add each one of them up, and you'll know how much each appliance cost. When you're through with that, go to the next problem yourself and see if you can first decide whether you should use a bar graph or a regular graph. And remember, always ask, what do I know? That's always the first question to ask.